Dead Space 3. We're doing the collectibles on Chapter 4, and there's a couple of side quests related to this. AA Gamer for Life, Demented Priest. Okay, the co-op mission, I think, is total BS. They shouldn't have like a co-op thing and then collectibles related to it. And the later part of Chapter 4, collectibles are actually in Chapter 7. But anyway, when you first start off on Chapter 4, after you have the little cutscene at the end of 3, in this room, there's a circuit, I believe a text log, and I believe a weapons part right there. So right in this room, I believe there's 3 items, and this chapter is going to be all over the place, and unfortunately, there's not much I can tell you. Right now we're up in the captain's quarters or the officers, Admiral, whatever. You make your way up there. They tell you to go up here. You have the little cutscene where he looks at the wall. The audio tape and the text log, and there's also an artifact in this area. Okay, I had to cut a lot of stuff out to make this video. I mean, it's already 16, 17 minutes long, and that's because of the items being all over this area. And again, they're actually, the stuff that was out in space was really part of Chapter 7, but it's in Chapter 4, and Chapter 7 doesn't really have any collectibles, so whatever. Anyway, so while we're still in this ship, at the beginning part, you got your 3, and then you head up to the captain's quarters. Right there on the left wall is a deer head. Feel free to shoot that to get you an achievement. I made its own video for that, but while you're right in there, you might as well go ahead and shoot that deer head and get your achievement while you're there. Alright, so you just continue on. You make your way through that little theater room. Before you make it back to the big room where the weapons place is, excuse me, the table there, just go ahead into this little room. There's a circuit and a text log in there, or a blueprint. So make sure you head off into there and get the circuit and the blueprint. Okay, this is where you would go back into the big room where the weapons table is, and Ellie's in there. And then you head out to the air chamber, go ahead off to, and like I said. Okay, so once you get over to the ship, you're going to head inside. The life support will be off. You just make your way down the corridors. And before you go through the door, heading towards the life support, there'll be a text log there. Be sure to get that. And work your way down towards the life support. And there's a weapons part right there. And another text log. Alright, go ahead, get the life support on, and then continue on with the mission. As you head down, you'll see this corridor to the right, or excuse me, to the left. The mission takes you straight ahead. Walk down to this room, and I believe there's going to be an artifact in there. Right there. Okay, before you hack the computer to get you through that door, head into this room. Another text log and a circuit. Got to clear out some room here first. Alright, as you work your way down, use the bench and empty out here a little bit. Okay, this is at the end of the level where the big storage crate is with all the stash, so pick up all the items and use the bench again to empty out again. Okay, clear up a little bit of space. Okay, so once you get done, we head back to the shuttle, but before leaving, right down here by the big number 6 piece of ship or whatever it is, there's a couple windows here right in front of me, and the one that's like right in front of me, I believe there's an item in there, and then the other one has just got some random loot in there. But feel free to shoot those and get those items. There's a weapons part right there. Okay, and then the other window right here has just got some random loot in it. Now on the bottom side of this piece of ship here is a door, but there's also some of those mine things that shoot some stuff at you. We took the time, killed all those up, but just make your way to the bottom side of that piece of steel. You get to this door, get inside. Okay, when you open the crate, something's going to jump down at you. So we're just getting ready for it. There's the artifact. Like I mentioned earlier in the video, this part is actually part of Chapter 7. I don't know. It's just weird the way it works. Chapter 7 actually has no collectibles in it. This is all part of Chapter 4, but you are going through all these areas in Chapter 4, so it just makes sense to go ahead and get them done. There's the enemy that drops down on you. Go ahead and get all your stuff and then head back to the little shuttle. Okay, so before we get to the Greeley, we're going to go back to the Rokanov, and there's a couple items out there, and what we're going to do is head over to the soft dock and then just show you there's one artifact and one weapon, and that's pretty much it in that area. You will get hassled by some mines and 3-arm beetle things, whatever the hell they are, but anyway, once you get to the Rokanov, head out of the little skip here and head towards like where you would go into it. Okay, head in that direction and down in like a little alley in here, little gully, whatever you want to call it, tunnel, is your next artifact. There it is, just hovering in space. Okay, so head back out of this way and over where the big arc of the ship is. Okay, straight ahead from where we're looking at right now, on the back edge of that building, you'll see in just a second here, cut a lot of the crap out. We were shooting mines and three-armed creatures and whatever. But there's this one window here, and there's a weapon part in it. And the first time I did it, I shot it, but I just flew up to it, and I was able to get it without actually having to shoot the window, door, or whatever it's called there. But anyway, that's your next piece right there. Okay, so that's it. Off to the right side of that one, there's just random loot in that one. But from there, we're gonna head back to the skip and then head over to the Greeley. Okay, so once we hit the shuttle, we're in front of the Greeley. But before we head there, this corner piece of ship here, or whatever it is, wing, on the bottom side of it, there'll be a door. No windows in that one, but there is a door on the bottom side. So just head towards the broken piece here, and underneath will be the door. Right there's the artifact. Go ahead and open up the crate and get your loot. Weapons part.
Hey Santos, I made it inside the Greeley.
Alright, so you head off to the
Any
Greeley.
luck with that encrypted message?
No, but if you can
That
find the
was
source, maybe we can
only
find a
item
way to
around
decrypt
this
it.
area out in space
Roger
to collect.
that. Isaac out.
Okay, as soon as you come inside, before you head down the stairs, there's a little bit of loot around here, but then off to the other side, I believe, is the weapons part. Right there. Okay, now when you take the stairs down, there is a weapons table there, but the power isn't on yet. So there's also a room in there that we can't open up until we get down to the power. So went ahead and did that. There was no other pieces to collect till after we get the power on. So just go ahead and continue on with the mission. Get back to that room. And we hit the table. And we made some tungsten bars. And the same room where the table is this door. So go ahead and open up this door. And there's a circuit and a weapons part, I believe, in here. Okay, there's your weapons part. Some random loot. Okay, and the same outside this door in this room before you head downstairs, there's this other door to the bathroom or whatever, and there's another circuit in there, so you want to make sure you go in there. Okay, you got a circuit right there on the sink. And I believe it's just random loot that's in here. Okay, so that takes care of this part of the Greeley. We're going to continue on with the mission. It's going to take us down a level. We had some trouble with the co-op thing. My buddy kept logging out, so I had to continue on myself. But just continue on once you get down into this, I don't know if it's icy room or whatever. It's hard to miss. But off on the right side of the wall is the alien artifact, so make sure you get that before you use the elevator. Okay, so once you head downstairs, this is where the mission ends and you collect your thing. There's a weapons part right there. Okay, you use your kinesis to activate the machine, and then an audio log will pop up. Okay, as soon as you hit that, the audio log will start playing automatically, and then you get your, excuse me, your quest item there. Okay, so once you get that, you're basically just heading out, and I believe that's going to take care of the Greeley as far as all its collectibles. Alright, so you head over to the Terra Nova, but before going inside, the last few items are in space. So you come down to this dock here and go for a little flight, and just head down and like straight in front of you,
nobody knows
where the little
There must be more detailed shipping records somewhere. I'll take a look around the ship.
part of the ship is. I don't know if that's just a floating piece of ship there, but anyway, head straight to it, and straight down to it is the artifact. Okay, now on the bottom side of right where we're at is a crate, and it gets a little confusing sometimes, but it's right on the bottom side of right where we're at here. So, but there's also quite a few of those things throwing mines at you, so had to deal with all that, but it's right on the bottom side of where we were, or the top side, whatever you want to call it, but you're in the right area. You just got to go on the other side of it, and there's the crate for it. And your last few pieces will be in there. Okay, by far, I'm up to like chapter 11 or 12. This has been the hardest level for all the collectibles. All the different places out in space, before you head into the Terra Nova to start chapter 5. By far, this is the largest collectibles collecting up until that. I don't know about, like, you know, the higher chapters yet. I haven't hit there yet, but this one is pretty full for sure. There was quite a few items to get, 2 optional missions to be dealt with, and 1's co-op. You know, I mean, what happens if you don't have a co-op or you don't have internet or whatever? You know, that's just, you know, to me, it shouldn't be that way. But I don't design the games. It is what it is, you know. So, all right. So that's the last of the collectibles in chapter 4. So just head off to the deck and start chapter 5, and we'll get into those collectibles. But this chapter 4 was quite the run for sure. But there's our 100%. So we're driving to the home range. If you like the videos, you can always support us by checking out the ads.